Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica, and I should say this. The best part about summer is that it leads into fall. I am so excited that we are coming up on fall. So much so that I am wearing, let's see if I can do this. I am wearing my ghost pajamas. I just want to put up my fall decorations. We are getting ready to go back to school. I am just thinking about what I'm gonna do for Halloween. Fall is my favorite time of year. I mean, I'm counting down the days until I get to go apple picking and do apple cider and start baking apple cider donuts with my daughter and doing all of the fun fall things we do every year. I'm just so excited. So, because I know it's the beginning of August, I don't care. I am in the fall mood, so I am doing a fall feels vibe romance video. And so that's what I'm doing today. So the first one that came to my mind is Fall into Temptation by Lucy Score. This one is the first one in her Blue Moon romantic comedy, what's the word I'm looking for, series. So this one is Opposites Attract. So Gia, she has 2 kids and a useless ex. So she's also a yoga instructor. But Beckett is a Pierce brother. He's one of the the Pierces are one of the major influencers in the town. This is a small town romance, and it obviously takes place in the falls, in the fall time. And Blue Moon is very much, they decide who they're going to put together, and they want Gia and Beckett to be together. And it's such a fun, quirky little town. It is very much quintessential. If I had to pick something that's very much Gilmore Girls vibes with the quirkiness of that type of a feel, it is Fall into Temptation. It has the fall feel to it. It has that vibes. It has the coziness to it, and it's fun, and I loved it. It's a sweet little romance. It is in third person, so be aware of that. So if you don't like third person, you're probably not going to like this one. But I did. It gave me everything I needed in a fall feel vibe, as well as the quirky small town romance rom-com feel. So I loved it, and I ultimately felt like it stood up, and it was a good time, and it was a really good one from Lucy Score. So the next one I would like to talk about is Bittersweet by Serena Bowen. This one definitely has the fall vibes to it. It's the first one in her, it's the first book in her True North series, and this one takes place at an apple orchard, so obviously apple cider. But so Griffin is feeling stuck at his family's orchard, and in walks his one-night stand from 5 years ago, Audrey Kidder, and she is trying to buy for restaurants in Boston. He's in Vermont, to buy fresh produce for farm to table food, and she's considered not the her employer is considered not the greatest person to do business with. Anyway, it is their romance story. He's really trying to make this his family's orchard run professionally and to keep it going, while taking care of his younger siblings, because I mean, he's the patriarch of his family after his father's passing. It is such a beautiful story. This is a really good series of Serena Bowen's, and it does have the fall vibes. It has the feels. It's dramatic, it's angsty, and I loved it. And I love every minute of this story. And I highly recommend it. It is not a rom-com like the Lucy Score book. So if you're looking for a small town without the rom-com, this one is definitely for you. If you are looking for something with a little suspense that is also a small town, I highly recommend Beyond the Thistles by Samantha Young. This one actually takes place in Scotland, and it has the coziness of a small town, and definitely has the fall vibes to it. Her daughter Kelly's going to school in Scotland. She works for this very exclusive club where you have to sign an NDA to go there, so it's for the rich and famous. And she works as a maid there. Sloane is her name, the heroine, and Walker is a bodyguard. So this is a bodyguard romance, and oh my gosh, he wants her so bad, but he doesn't think that he should want her. She has a past. She's running away from a very bad guy. Her ex-husband is trying to kill her, or well, it wasn't even her ex-husband, it was more like her ex-boyfriend. So yeah, she's trying to run from him. And Walker is trying to keep her safe, and he doesn't want to be in love with her because he doesn't think he's good enough. Is this such a thing? It is. It has the suspense, it has the drama, it has the fall vibes, it has the feels, and it is so sweet. And I loved every single minute of it, and I highly recommend this one. And this is book 1 in the Highlands series, so you're starting fresh in a new series. So if you look, the first 3 books that I've just mentioned are all first books in series. So I'm talking about the books in the first 3 series that these are contemporaries. So you don't have to go back and read other books to understand what's going on. Now, the next one, if you want a YA fantasy, well, it's not morphos, it's more paranormal, but it does have some steam in it. I highly recommend, and this is also first in the series, and it's Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and it does have some steam in it. This one is a retelling of Death and a Maiden. This one is about 19-year-old Signa. This one is very much Victorian England, so this one feels very historical romance. She's trying to uncover a murderer. Here's the thing with Signa. She was raised by a string of guardians who died under mysterious circumstances. They were more interested in her wealth because when she was orphaned, her family was very rich. Her parents were very rich and left her money to her. She was sent to a state called the Thorn Grove, where her aunt died. Someone is killing her cousin. Her mom's spirit comes and tries and helps her. So Death is there helping her. Anyway, this is such a good atmospheric story. It has the fall vibes. It has the dark, the gloom, the Halloween vibes. It has everything you would want in a really good paranormal romance. It has it all, and I loved it. And it did not feel like a YA fantasy or paranormal or YA paranormal. It was so good, and I highly recommend it. So the next book that's kind of like this is a novella. It's called Michaelas Big Bad, and I read it years ago, like in 2020 when it first came out, and it's by Tejan, and it's just a quick little novella I got off of KU, and then I know they put it on an audio, but I actually read it off of KU, and it's like, it has shifters, werewolves, vampires, demons, and they all coexist. Well, Michaela's an energist, so she basically can suck up people's energies. So she's kind of a unique being. Well, Michaela has she walks in on her boyfriend having sex with a vampire, and she's like, well, peace out, I don't want you anymore, goodbye. And she goes to her best friend who is a demon, and her friend's like, you need to stay here, there's this big bad coming, they're opening up the demon portal, you cannot come, you're an energist, he will take you. And she's like, okay, I'm not gonna go. However, she feels very, very compelled to go, and she ends up going. The energy that she's feeling belongs to a very ancient, very dark, and very handsome being who's the big bad named Kyrian. And I'm not going to tell you anymore, but there's a very ancient being that they did not know about. Anyway, it was a fun time. It was just one of those that were fun, and it had the fall Halloween vibes, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was a great time. And if that's something that you're looking for, it's a novella length. It is great. I loved it, and I highly recommend it to put on your list. Even if you wait until Halloween, or if you're like me and you just want to start now, I'd highly recommend it. Just go for it. So anyways, those are some of my recommendations for books that have some fall vibes to it. Let me know if you have any for me down below, because I'm always looking for a good book that has the cozy fall vibe feeling to it down below. And if you made it this far in this video and you want to let me know, please leave me a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern emoji. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.